Okay, here we go. Just bear with me a second here or two. There. Hey guys. This could be the last video of the forever, you know. Today is 12/20/12 and tomorrow's 12/21/12. You think we'll be here tomorrow? You know? Of all the talk that we've gone through about 12/21/12 that I can remember in the last 50 years have been like either massive flood or we're going to be flooded, or we're going to hit by a meteor, or we're going to get solar flares, or economical and all that shit. But that's all stuff that cannot be predicted. That can't be forecasted. The only thing that can really be forecasted with any circumstancy is what the Mayans had, what the Mayans tried to tell us. The only thing that will occur, and they knew it was going to occur, the sun goes around, the earth goes around the sun on a regular basis, the moon goes around on a regular basis. You can look up to 1,000 years ahead of even what we know now and see where the earth is going to be, you know. Them guys sat around, them Mayans and people, that's all they had to do every night was look at the stars, you know. And all these other ones like Stonehenge, sure they all work on light's got to come through a certain angle or a certain place. That's great, but what are you going to do if it's raining, you know, or cloudy, or storm out or something, you know? You're screwed. The only way they could predict for sure that, and this is what I think might happen, this is my number one, this is what I'd go with, is when these planets line up, the sun will be in the direct center of our solar system. And it's all got to do with gravity, planets pulling on other planets, the sun pulling on everything else. It might have a force on a little thing that we don't know about, and that might pull it towards the sun. In the meantime, the earth is right here, and bam, you know. That could hit us. But the planets will line up. They knew that ahead of time. They could see it every night. A star would be in a different spot, and there's this or that. And then something would happen in nature. You know, time to grow the crops, not to grow the crops. They don't need light. They don't need sun or shit to know when that time's coming about. They got a calendar, man. You know, that was their calendar. That was their almanac. Anything's going to happen, I think it's going to happen with a gravitational pull, man. Something's going to be pulled out of whack. The Earth's going to be a jilted little, or maybe the moon or something. Who knows, man? But that's the only thing you can predict 100% sure, that these planets are going to line up on this date. 5,000 years ago, you could predict that if you knew where everything was stationed every night, every planet was, and how they shifted. And when that Mayan clock lines up, all them little notches they got out are just like the planets in the solar system. Everything's going to be lined up dead center. There's got to be some reaction with this gravitational force. Something pulling on a solid, or something pulling on a gas. So there, that's mine. And anyway, I don't know. I guess maybe you're in a shelter by now, or maybe you found a cave, or one of them groups of people, or whatever you believe in, you know. But today I believe in, if it's going to be the last day on this planet, I think this is normally how you got to have your button, man, right here. This is acceptable. If you don't have a tie, with or without a tie, this can be button or unbutton. This one's got to be button. If you don't have a tie on, if you do have a tie on, it's got to be unbuttoned. But some rules were meant to be broken, man. Ugh. There. You know? That's more freeing. That's more, yeah, what the hell. I'll live a little daring today, huh? That's all I'm going to unbutton, but that's, you know. But anyway, what I want to say, a couple things. Just give me a second here, man. Looking over there at Taz. Hey, Taz. And Sharky. They all want to get in on this too. That might be their last day too on Earth, you know. It's not going to just take people, take animals and everything, but I don't know. It's been 50 years, you know. I grew up in a time where we had a phone on the wall where you'd crank it, you know. 2 longs and a short, and you pull the receiver off. Hello, hello, hello. And then they went to a party line where you could pick up the phone. Somebody would be talking. You have to ask if you could have permission to use the phone. It went to a 2-party line and worked its way up into cell phones and all that shit. But I've seen all that, man. You know? I've seen technology advance and climate changes all over the place, you know, from what we had when we were kids to what we are now. By the way, this is getting long, probably getting boring, and I'm sure you want to have some comedy with this, because that's what a comedy channel is about, you know. But this is something special, 12/21, man. So where are you going to be tomorrow, you know? If this does happen, I'm not going to hide in a cave or anything like that. I'd rather go down with my family and friends. You know, I mean, what kind of world would it be? You'd be a stranger if you didn't know anybody because they weren't around. I don't know. I guess that's just wanted to get that last prediction out. That's the only one I can think of that could actually be predicted, though. You can't predict a big flood. You can't predict a meteor hitting with any accuracy, but you can predict the accuracy of the planets lining up, man. And their gravity on one or another, or on a little planet that we don't know about, or an asteroid that might be pulled this way, or something or other. But that can be predicted, that the sun is going to line up, and all these planets are going to line up. Where they're going to line up tomorrow, they've already known about that, you know. You know, what do you think these guys did every night when they don't have TV and computer or cell phones? You know, they used to go outside. They'd probably spend a lot of time outside at night. You know, nice and cool. They got torches and stuff, you know, and sitting around their campfires. Hell, they probably didn't even get going until night because it was too hot to work in the day, Central America. But just remember, 11:11:11 in the morning, 11 minutes, 11 seconds after 11 o'clock. That's winter solstice. But you've got to go by Mayan time, man. It's not going to happen 11:11:11 at your time, because of different time zones. So focus in on what time it's going to be at, you know, Central America, Mayan capital, or wherever they had this thing at. And go by that, you know, and then adjust your time zones worldwide or wherever you're at accordingly. So, but this could be the last one. If all this comes to the end, who knows, you know. So, oh, and then another thing, I think we're officially over 1,300 views, man. And I do have some subscribers with an S on it now, man. So, we're clicking along. I hope you just stay tuned and watch. You know, I don't know what to think about tomorrow. I just don't know what to think, man. If it's real, holy shit, a guy should do something to get ready for it. But if it isn't, you'd feel like a freaking idiot, man, you know. Oh yeah, I spent a fucking $500,000 on this cave so I could survive 12/21/12, you know, and then it doesn't even happen, you know. God, now what am I going to do with this cave, you know, that got all this food and shit that I wouldn't eat normally, but I'd eat it during survival rations, you know. God, so I don't know whether to laugh about it or think of it as a big joke or take it serious or what. But anyway, I'm kind of leaning forward to maybe, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens, okay? And thank you all for viewing, you know, watching my videos, man. I'm so green at this, and I really don't know, you know,